Welcome back to Cook with Sam. Today we're going to look at spinach and how we prep it and how we make an aloo palak, which is spinach and potatoes. So if you look at the spinach here, this is how we get it in Mauritius. Variants of spinach you can get everywhere. We break the leaves from the thick stalk, and then we take the thicker leaves and we keep separately. All the frazzled leaves we leave out, and then we keep breaking the leaves, taking the larger ones, putting them together, and then taking the more tender ones and separating them. So you can see here the little ones are on this side, and we keep them all separate, and we keep going until we sort out our whole packet. There are your thick leaves, they're the greener or tender leaves. The greener and tender leaves you use to eat salad, the thicker leaves you use to cook. If you cook the thinner leaves, you'll end up with a mush, and if you try to eat the thicker leaves, they're very hard to chew and swallow. And a few moments later, we've separated the whole packet. So I've laid out two leaves for you here. The one on the right is a tender leaf, which you can see is much more paler, and the one for cooking is on the left, which is much more thicker and larger. That's a tender leaf, that's a thicker cooking leaf. Separate them. Don't make the mistake of using them all together. So here, those are the thicker leaves, those are the tender leaves. You can even see how I hold them and how easy the tender leaves are smaller in my hand. You have two packets, and this is the vitamin list as we wash them. You can see the vitamin and minerals inside. 100 grams of spinach. That's incredible. This is something you should not leave out of your diet. So on to cooking it, put 250 grams of the spinach into a pan with a little butter or oil, very small amount of butter or oil, and then you let it reduce down a little bit. And once it's reduced down and you stirred it a little bit, then you add some saffron powder, some garlic powder and some salt. You stir and let it reduce further. Then you add a little bit of potatoes. Our recipe uses a little bit of potatoes as it follows a yogurt principle of not having too many gassy, tuberous food. Here you reduced it down further and you add a little bit of water, and then you cook down the spinach some more and wait for the potatoes to cook. Cook on a low heat, again following a yogurt principle of not high heat. Now you're cooking it. It's softening up the potatoes. It's almost done. And if you see here, the potatoes are soft and tender. And this is ready to go. Thank you for watching. Hope you found this helpful. And this is basically our version of aloo palak, potatoes and spinach. See you in the next one. Take care. Follow, like and subscribe.